We're back in the garage, and this time, thankfully, it's not me working on the Transalp. Darryl and Brian are back from Cyclops. They're gonna hook us up. What are we doing today, man?
Actually, we're using the Transalp for a test bed for a new lighting system, but at the same time, we're putting the Skane P3 system on it, the Cyclops TPMS, tail tidy, and a few other things.
Two things here and there. It's gonna be a hell of a day. So these guys were gonna wait until they could get their hands on the Transalp to like template it or whatever to fabricate some stuff, but there was so much demand, so much interest that they were like, screw it, and they drove 5 hours down here to play with mine so that they could get stuff up on the website for you sooner. And you know, whenever someone says, hey, can we come work on your bike for you, I don't say no. I bought this lift for them, by the way, yeah. They were like, we're not coming back unless you get a lift. Whoa. And knock my stuff over.
Whoa, look at that.
Did it come off?
Everything is right there.
Is it really? We don't have to take the racks off?
Looking, well, so far, if I can reach those little doodads.
I was really hoping we wouldn't have to take the racks off.
Yeah, it's
Honda, did you actually make it easy on us?
It's not too bad. Not too bad at all.
Because the 10 we literally had to take the entire rear of the bike off. Brian, what are you doing besides being annoyed when someone's filming it and you're trying to work?
I am mounting up the front auroras here is what's going on. So I'm finding a good spot. Trying to get them as high as I can because you get better angularity.
Just gotta make sure you get them well inside so when I crash all the time.
That's, yeah.
They've survived so far on the other bikes.
So we're doing some creative wiring here for our wire routes. And so we found this vent right here. And it looks like we're just going to put the wires right through this vent to keep everything looking nice and hidden. Yeah, we'll zip tie that to that. And then, so we just loosen this panel here. We don't have to necessarily take it all the way off. But we can, now we got a nice clear route.
Things are going too well. I'm a little concerned. Darryl was kind enough, since we're tearing it apart anyway, to help me with my 3D cycle parts. Tail tidy as well.
I think you got one over on me on that.
Yeah. I'm glad he did it because it's not super complicated, but I'm not super skilled.
It's straightforward, actually. It's just.
So, you know, I appreciate it. Yeah, sorry.
Absolutely.
He actually started yesterday. He's been at it for a while. But now he's putting the P3 on. You guys remember that from the aux light? That was I literally had him send me one because I was going to put it on myself because I wanted it that much because I really do think it's that effective. And then it just so happened he was like, you know, we're going to come down. We want to look at that bike like the day the box arrived, so I didn't have to put it on, which is good because you would have had to talk to me on the phone a lot. Like FaceTiming, like, okay, what wire is it?
Once you get it down, it seems really intimidating. There's a lot of wires, but once you know, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just start with your ground, start with your positive.
And use a test light or a
Use a
voltmeter.
test light,
I mean,
and then just start doing.
it's such a necessary piece of equipment, and it'll help people in so many other ways. Just have that basic test equipment for doing some installs like this, or just trying to troubleshoot a blown fuse or anything on their bike.
Yeah, that tail tidy looks much cleaner. So I'll link that too. Darryl doesn't mind if I put a link because he doesn't sell tail tidy. So.
Yeah, this one actually, once you figure out it comes apart, it works really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not hard to assemble. We could do a plug and play little Skane kit for this bike right here, easily. Everything is going to be right here.
We'll take a bunch of pictures of those connectors. So.
It's like a buddy comedy right now.
Yeah.
We're working hard on Ben's bike.
My golly, I got everything back in there pretty well cleaned up.
I never doubted you for a second, bro.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get in your way as much
Sure,
as possible.
absolutely.
So we're doing, this is the TPMS monitor. It's going to be in a great, very visible spot. And it's wired in 12 volts, so you don't have to deal with batteries or anything. It always works when you turn the bike on. And I'm not giving up an accessory port for it. It'll be wired directly into the bike.
Yeah, so you want to put it where you can see it, so you can watch your pressures. It's got a little alert light on it. Comes on red if anything's happening, and then you can watch your tire pressures as you go.
And temp.
And
so
temp,
you
yeah.
You can super nitpick and get super
You can.
butt puckery about it. Getting close, putting some finishing touches, but Brian's wrestling with zip ties right now.
It's my favorite. The wrenches to take it apart.
Okay.
So that fits in there. And there's a little locking tab. You can see that little tab right there. You pull that off and you see those splines there. They meet up with those splines there, and you undo this.
Oh, to get
and
the
they
battery
come apart.
out. Okay.
And they replace the battery that way.
Nice.
And you'll know the monitor head will tell you if your battery's low. It will say LO, low. Everybody thinks their tire pressure is low. That's not what it is. It's telling you that the battery is low. And if the battery goes really dead and the sensor is not making contact with the monitor, it'll say ER. Error.
Okay. No,
And
go
it's-
to the ER because you're about to crash.
One thing people commonly do with those is they crank those sensors down really tight, and that will destroy the O-ring in there.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that. Just get them snug. It's a silicone O-ring, and then there's a replacement set in the kit as well.
Oh, nice.
As Brian screws that in there, since we have the key on, it'll either read it or it won't. In that case, we'll have to take the bike for a ride.
Damn it.
So this will do PSI or what bar the English use, and it'll also do the heat of what the air is inside the tire. That's what's going to happen if you start getting a flat tire. And as it goes down, it will get louder and more frequent. Okay, there you got it. We're at 28 on the front.
Cool.
Nice. Sweet.
So now we'll push this.
33 PSI in the back. That sound about right?
Yeah.
And you'll notice that once you get riding, your tire PSI will come up. Probably about what, 3-4 degrees? Or pounds?
PSIs?
PSIs?
PSIs.
PSIs.
What size? PSIs. Well, let's roll it off and take a look at those lights.
We'll send you some more.
Oh, those are for your hoops. Oh, I see.
Yeah, this is for dip lamps.
Hip booze.
All right, Darryl, run us through the setup. What do we got here?
All right, so what we've got is the Aurora DRL lights set up for high beam activation. So basically what that means is that when we turn the key, we're going to get the DRL rings of the Auroras going, and those are going to stay on all the time. And then when we hit high beams, which I think your high beam switch is right there, the main auxiliary light will come on.
Yeah.
No switches added to the bike, super simple. You go to low beams, the main aux lights go back off, and you're not pissing off cars coming at you. Yet you still have a good visibility with the DRL rings.
It's that triangle we were talking about.
Exactly. So what we've got going on the back is the Skane P3 system. Turn the key. I'll actually turn it off. Is there a second? Turn the key. They'll come on, so you don't ever have to think about it. We've got this version that we set you up with, Ben, has got the blinker. So you should be seeing a left blinker right now, right blinker, and then a brake light. And we can change that flashing sequence. You can brighten the lights, dim the lights down to your liking just by doing a certain sequence of taps on the brake levers.
For the record, okay, this is how cameras work. That is a steady light. I know it doesn't look like it on camera. The flicker just gets picked up by the camera.
Yeah, so super easy to change back and forth. Conspicuousy flicker really does help a lot with people seeing you from behind. It makes your bike actually look like it's almost floating in air. It's doing like a figure 8 movement. And I highly recommend it for riding on the road.
I like how simple and clean the install is. Like, I mean, it looks factory. I mean, as much as if they did factory accessories like this, but it looks good. It doesn't look like there's something added or anything, so it's just nice, clean, simple. I want to give a big thank you and a shout out to Darryl and Brian for coming all the way down here, 5 hours from Kent, Washington, to work on my bike and do a little research and prototyping for their own future products for the Transalp. I'm going to link everything that they put on the bike, everything you saw in this video in the description so you can check it out, including that 3D Cycle Parts tail tidy that they were nice enough to send me, so thank you for that. 3D Cycle Parts, as well as thank you to Cyclops for putting all the stuff on my bike. I'm really excited about the increase in visibility. Again, this is a bike I feel like I'm going to spend a lot more time on the road on. Not that I'm not going to ride it off-road, but it's going to be my primary touring bike because it's so comfortable. And so the peace of mind of knowing that people can see me in the daylight and in the dark. I explained all that in my aux lighting video, which you can check out if you want, but it does make a difference. It makes us a lot safer on the road. It's not just about seeing, it's also about being seen. So I'm pretty stoked about that stuff. If you're looking for lighting for your bike or TPMS monitor, that's a pretty slick TPMS. I'd encourage you to check out Cyclops' site. They're based in Washington. They do most of their product design in-house, and as you can see, they're out there doing the thing, riding the bikes and installing and testing and constantly trying to create new products and make setups for new bikes. So check out their website. I'll link it for you. Thanks again to Darryl and Brian. But for now, and as always, I just want to say thank you very much for watching, and please do not forget to be excellent to each other. Thank you.
Excellent!